Look, guys, I'm Ellen Reptile. Right? I know I'm doing this on my behalf. I do want to talk about football. Maybe yes, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Maybe so happens that, hey, man, look, if anything goes down, anything goes. I understand, but I don't want to talk about this whole thing. I did repetitive it one time. With regards to the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. I mean, it says I'm live streaming right now, but this is going to be a short stream. But it has the title, Did Jeffrey Epstein go to Five Nights at Freddy's? And that he has a stash. That's a topic that has been correlating for the past 4 days already over on Twitter X, which is a battleground cesspool, as y'all know. Though, and it's been a curious question because it is almost another curious question that came to my cause too that I talked about, but I did talk about New Year's Eve. If Jeffrey Epstein goes to Five Nights at Freddy's, then that means too, did he have? That's as curious as how Donald Trump decided to release NBA YoungBoy. Even though I said, "Oh, what the fuck that nigga is?" I think, personally, to me, NBA YoungBoy. The reason why he released NBA YoungBoy was because his grandson wanted to hear more of his bangers. I don't listen to rap music at all. I listen to EDM, electronic dance music. So everybody says otherwise, and everybody says otherwise. Here, I'm in 4chan. And this is literally straight from the Epstein files. This is in regard to his emails on 4chan and shit. Right? And it says right here, like the friends. And this is the Gmail. I think this is the email that he had. Gmail.com. Yes, Gmail. JE vacation. J vacation. And posted in 2011. There's amazing animations from 4chan. Now, Rule 34 wasn't released until late of 2011. Rule 34 was unleashed, I think, was after 2011. I think late 2011 or early 2012. That's when Rule 34 was on. But Five Nights at Freddy's was 2013, which is the weirdest part. But this was April 27th. Okay? Maybe, but let's just say this. This right here, in 2017, the whole thing in general, May 4, 2017, released Sharing Gisling's, some good animations. I won't find out. I don't think he knows the artist name, but it is literally Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, if y'all don't know Five Nights at Freddy's, is that it is a well-known game that we already saw on movies. It's on Halloween Horror Nights. It's now on. It's been a good run since 2010. Playing it from the first Five Nights at Freddy's to Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2, and so on and on and on throughout the 2010s to the 2020s. Now, this happened, and I wonder if he was really into it. I'm very curious as a monster if this guy was. What's to say that he was a fan? So outside from that, right? And all over on Twitter, and it shows possibilities of. And there was even more files where it gets more outrageous that in his 4chan, he was into some Yuri shit too. Like right here. It gets more outrageous that this one, he was posting Yuri on 4chan. This is the funny story because in Twitter X, right? This guy watches anime just like all of us, but fetish enemies. Now, you know me, all right? I'm a gooner. I am a certified gooner. That's just something that there's no way to say that. Although, what what's funny about this is that the character from Rock Solid, right? Was a fan. Your retards, your response, holy shit. The funny story of this, and I'm speaking of your retards, right? Was that in the midst of this, a lot of people, like the people who are of the furry community and of the Yuri girls love community within the anime culture, you know, well, I'm not really. I draw the characters, so I don't watch much anime anymore. Yeah, well, hell, boo boo, no, do me boo boo, right? Case was is that you know you beat. It's funny that these people would chastise Lolicons, the cute, funny guys like Citus Arts and Chibi Reviews and a few others on the space. Even VTubers who have lolly like models. They will say, "Oh, these lolicons are pedophiles. This lolicons are creeps. They're Epstein disciples and all that stuff." Only to find out that that there wasn't any evidence that this guy had lolicon content in his Gmail or in his account. It was full of fear of furry, Futa, and Yuri, which is basically lesbian, part animation lesbians, right? Specifically enough, transgender, lesbian, hentai, 3D, made in SFM. Holy shit! I mean, this guy is something, bro. He tried to be culture. I personally feel like, you know what? Even though as he was before he died, he could have stopped, but he didn't. I won't like to say that, but I don't think that would be justifiable because his demented depravity that had haunted all the memories of children and all of our lives, and then we're watching the files of this. You know, that is something you cannot forgive such a monster like this guy. This hard cracker piece of shit is rotting right now in hell, right? However, imagine he was just in the middle of his time, doing his thing, his horrendous shit, putting a child in the bed with him ass naked, lubing him up or her up, lubing the child up. I just started thinking, those are not doing it for me. Kids are not doing it for me, man. I need something more outrageous. I need something more. Thinking, right? And the moment he saw this, the moment he saw Five Nights at Freddy's, like Five Nights at Freddy's hentai, Futanati furry hentai, furry, not all the furries, but yeah, furry of just Chica and transgender bonding, just banging it, anthropomorphic My Little Pony. Imagine that. He could, you know, he could have done it. He could have stopped. He could have stopped. He could have said, "This is a fantasy worth watching. This is a fantasy." But instead, he had his own fantasies to like. He had his own fantasies to search. Actual CP. Actual CP. That's the difference between him and the Lolicon community. And I got to give it to them. I got to give it to them, the Lolicon community. They prove the Yuri fans and the furry people right. Because if he was a Lolicon, right, he would have had that. He had that stash. And they would be proven right from the other side as fucking creeps. Though the retards out there are completely dumbfounded now. Yeah, he said he liked their stuff. He had inheritance, well, on the most depraved way you can ever imagine. In the most depraved way you can ever imagine. Oh my god. It is such a get it is such a get back right now. And everybody's right now going crazy. Everybody's going crazy right now. You just go to Epstein Lolicon and then you see the favorite return. Here it is right there. Epstein liked Yuri and furry stuff. Ghislaine was an uber redditor. Yuri tars not Yuri fans, furries. Yes, because there's a difference between the radical Yuri LGBT that are tarnishing the LGBT and just not actual Yuri fans that, despite of gooning to the fan service, but also embracing the storytelling. And Reddit called Lolicons Epstein Diddy Bloods for years. But only to find the fact that he liked this. Epstein liked furry Yuri stuff. And these people right now are the Epstein disciples by their own logic. Like, these people, we would call them weirdos and creeps, managed to fight another day. Managed to remain victorious. It makes me wonder, bro, how powerful is the Blue Archive? How powerful is the Blue Archive? No, how powerful is the anti-collection? There's got to be some magic spell going on. And not only that, man, it gets even more outrageous in the Epstein files, where we find out that Jeffrey Epstein even plays Fortnite, yo. He plays Fortnite. Now, this is a question I need to. How does he know how to play Fortnite? How does Jeffrey Epstein know how to play Fortnite? That question right there is a huge danger to whoever taught him to play video. I kid you not. This guy had an account, right, of apparently literally has freaking what? Thanks for your purchase for Frenzy for YouTube. Literally, he's got bucks paid for Fortnite dollars. The Gmail. Hello, littlest Jeff. Thanks for your purchase for Frenzy from YouTube. Now you did your purchase, you may watch your movie. Bro, he literally paid with the money. The Fortnite. As in the Fortnite trap. There's making I don't know that's true. I don't think that's true. And he's active in Israel multiple times in last year alone. Right here. This in media. Indeed it does. Right? It's just funny as hell. It's just funny as hell. That something like that happens. AI Gemini, of course, is top all that stuff. It's this guy saying in dissident media. People are saying it all over the place. I'm kind of upset too. When it comes to Fortnite, I feel kind of discouraged too. I'm like, hold up a second. Nicolas Maduro may have a Fortnite character. He goes custom made. I'm seeing Jeffrey Epstein have a Fortnite account. How come PD does not deserve himself a character? He's got a special move. Divine baby oil, no? All Epstein, he did, and only did, marketed baby oil, made a commercial of baby oil. It would have been, he would have been well set in a Fortnite character. But instead of getting creeps like him in Israel, playing Fortnite. What kind of perks he has? Like, yo, this is from Keegan Plays, yo. This guy, now Fortnite YouTube is probably vegan. I won't be surprised if actually how unsurprising would it be if he's playing a freaking Zelda Zone Zero to Gears of War. He's playing, we're seeing this guy play not only Fortnite, but to fucking Overwatch and Apex Legends. Yo, got a middle-aged man playing video games. Bro. He's playing Fortnite made by Gen Z and Alpha kids, man. This guy was on a hunt. This guy was playing like a YouTuber. Secret, like, it's out of control. Look, V-Bucks with freaking V-Bucks, $25 V. You actually can own things in Fortnite. You can actually get things in Fortnite. That is such a fright, man. That is such a wild stuff. So, we're going to make this clear. So, this dude, Jeffery Epstein, is a furry, loves furry, loves Yuri, right? In the sickest, the most depraved way possible on the Yuri. He goes to Five Nights at Freddy's, only to conspiracy to be found alive playing motherfucking Fortnite. As in an Israeli account, getting Fortnite bucks in Israel. Holy shit, man. This is the most outrageous fucking movie, bro. I don't think EDP can compete with this dude. This white guy has, I think EDP got his black ass blasted millions of miles away from a white guy who's pretty much far worse than any other horrendous predator. This guy is way more worse in the world. And that for sure is going to be more to that, man. But I'm not going to get to that stuff. The only interest was, did he run boom to find that's a friend? Personally for me, I know that the furry community does not represent booming. That I know for sure. Because he only knows finance that kind of stuff solely from the animations that maybe the furry community is going for. Well, who knows? Well, who knows? I'm not part of those cultures. I do know, as a nerd, as a geek, I just jump around there because of the crossovers, and that's it to say. But I guess I hope you guys like this. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys, I'm Element Reptile. We'll see you next test time. And, I don't know what's going on. Oh, my God. Oh.